Good afternoon and welcome to the Snakebite, your home for all things FSC athletics. I'm Andrew Pauling.
And I'm Camille Jardina, and here's what's going on in the world of FSC athletics. The women's lacrosse team improved to 14-2 on the season after picking up wins against Tiffin and Findlay on Friday and Sunday respectively. The Mocs outscored their opponents 36-9 over the two games and will wrap up their regular season against Palm Beach Atlantic this Saturday in a 4 p.m. road game. The men's lacrosse team improved to an 8-7 on the season after defeating Emory-Riddle 25-16 in a shootout on Saturday. The win ended a 3-game skid for the Mocs and ensured that the team would finish the regular season with a 500 or better record. The Mocs take on Florida Tech on the road in a 2 p.m. game this Sunday, where they wrap up their regular season. Andrew, you were at the game Saturday. What were your thoughts?
Well, as it was senior day for the Mocs, it was really cool to see that atmosphere. The 12 seniors were honored pregame, and it's always cool to see the families and their friends and everyone else out there cheering them on. There's always a bigger crowd at a senior day game, a louder crowd. Like, it was really cool to see. It's neat to see in every sport. And then with it just being a shootout, it was fun to watch. From the first minute of the game, it was goal, 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 both teams going back and forth early and often, so that was really exciting. Dalton Simpson had a career day. He had 6 goals against the Eagles. Jeff Atlas added 9 points of his own. And then on the women's side, they traveled to Ohio. They were supposed to beat those two teams. They went ahead and did that. They performed as they should have. Both teams really kind of wrapping up their seasons on a good note. They both have games this weekend, and they're both going to try to end their season now on a win. Now let's go ahead and check in with tennis. The men's tennis team picked up a victory this past Saturday when they shut out Florida Tech, improving to 9-11 on the season. They wrap up their regular season with a 3 p.m. matchup today at home against number 16 Rollins. On the women's side, the Mocs picked up a 4-3 victory in their matchup against Florida Tech. They wrapped up their regular season yesterday against number 3 St. Leo, and a recap is available on fscmocs.com. Both the men's and women's team will compete in the Sunshine State Conference Tournament from April 26th through the 28th.
The softball team was swept by Palm Beach Atlantic over the weekend, falling to 15-24 on the season. The Mocs will be at home this weekend in a 3-game series against Florida Tech and wrap up their season on the road next Thursday at West Florida. On the baseball side of things, the Mocs picked up a win in their first game of their series against Florida Tech before dropping the second and third game of the series. Due to impending inclement weather, the team has rescheduled their upcoming series against Palm Beach Atlantic. They'll take on the Sailfish tonight at 7 p.m. and will play a rare Thursday doubleheader tomorrow starting at noon. Andrew, what are your expectations for that series against PBA?
Well, first off, it makes a lot of sense for the baseball team to do the reschedule. The weather looks really bad for this weekend, so it's good that the coaches went ahead and did that. Softball didn't necessarily have that luxury. It's senior weekend for them, so they kind of have to hope because they've got all those families that plan trips to come down or over or wherever to Florida for that. So you can't really reschedule that series. It's a little more difficult. But on the baseball side of things, they're going to be back at home after the school year ends to play Tampa. So this is kind of like their last chance to play in front of a majority of the students, their last series here at home while school is still in session. I expect them to really come out swinging Wednesday night. I expect a lot of good things from this series. They have 7 straight road games after the series against PBA, so I really expect them to be playing like they have nothing to lose the next couple of days, and I think it should be a lot of fun to watch. Now let's check in on beach volleyball. The beach volleyball team wrapped up their regular season with a record of 11-12. In the program's second season, the Mocs went from a .217 winning percentage in 2018 to a .478 winning percentage in 2019. The Mocs went 7-1 in their 8 home matches and went on a tear in March, winning 6 straight matchups. In their senior day game, the Mocs picked up a 3-2 victory against the St. Leo Lions. The girls will be traveling to Tavares, Florida to compete in the AVCA Small College Championship April 19th through the 21st. Our own Jillian Kurtz spoke with senior Morgan Cleary earlier this week. Here's what she had to say as the team prepares for their postseason tournament.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with senior Morgan Cleary from the beach volleyball team. And Morgan, how has the team improved over the course of the season?
This season we've really been working a lot on our communication skills. So in beach volleyball, since there's only 2 of you on the court, it's critical to have great communication between you and your partner. So this year we've really gotten to know our partners and just learning how to communicate with each other on and off the court, especially on the court during play. Our beach rules don't allow for our coach to be coaching us while we're on the court. So just talking to each other is super important, and especially just while we're playing, just learning what we're doing well, talking about what's not going right and what we can improve on, and then throughout the play, just our execution and what's going on the opposite side of the net. So communication has been critical for us this year.
Awesome. And from last year to this season, you guys made a big jump in the win column. What is the biggest difference between the two teams?
Definitely our team chemistry, hands down. Last fall, there were just us 8 beach-only players, and we just being at practice every day, we really got to learn each other and just learn how to play with each other. And then in the spring season, we added the indoor seniors and then a couple other girls. So at that point, it just felt like we had 2 different teams. We were all really good friends. We got along really well. I still have great relationships with the seniors today. But it just felt like 2 totally separate teams. So us returners this year, we made it a priority to make sure that we just had a lot more team bonding this year, and we were just getting along really great, just including all the freshmen and the transfers, making it seem like we've been playing for a really long time.
Cool. And what are your expectations for this weekend's AVCA Small College Championship?
So I'm super excited about the tournament. Just our improvement throughout this whole season. We've been beating teams that did really well in the tournament last year compared to how we did last year. We did not do all that great, being that it was our first beach season. A lot of us were transitioning from indoor to beach, so just relearning all the rules and learning how to play with each other. So definitely our improvement in the season is going to help us this weekend, and I'm just super excited to see how well we do.
And as someone who is graduating this year, what do you expect from the younger players on the team going forward?
I'm really going to miss all these girls next year. I've formed great relationships with them individually and just as a whole team. And I think that they're going to do great things academically and as well athletically. So I'm super excited to come back next year and just see how each one of them has improved individually.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Morgan, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jillian. As this is our last Snakebite of the semester, I have a few people I'd like to thank for making this show possible. We had 3 outstanding seniors, and Megan, Camille, and Slinky, who I know are all going to go on to do great things after graduation, and I can't thank you guys enough for your help this semester. I'd also like to thank the rest of our crew, Reams, Kent, Jillian, Michaela, Mylena, Ariel, and Avery, who contributed both on camera and behind the scenes throughout the semester. Also, a huge shout out to all of the coaches, administrators, and athletes who provide us with such great content and interviews these past few months. And of course, thank you to everyone who tuned in and came to us for your FSC athletics updates. Thanks for joining us this semester on the Snakebite. We look forward to being back with you guys in August. I'm Andrew Pauling.
And I'm Camille Jardina. Thank you for tuning in.